Good morning, everybody. We start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll have Julie go ahead. Start.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the February 29th, 2024 Rockingham County Commissioners meeting. In attendance in Zoom, we have Commissioner Coyle. We have the Sheriff's Department with Catherine Mann, and I know the sheriff's there, and I think that that's major backdrop. We have Superintendent Banfield. We have Jude Gates. We have Pat Conway, Jason Smith, Kathy Stacy in Zoom. And in the room, we have Katie Casey, Julie Hoyt, Commissioner Godu, myself, Brian Chichello, and Leila Attila. Did I say it right?
Attila.
Attila. All right, I'll get it right.
It's okay.
All right, we're gonna do RFP openings to start with.
I move to authorize the Senior Director of Facilities Planning and IT to review, evaluate the proposals and return with a recommendation.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? If not, on the motion, Commissioner Coyle?
Yes.
Commissioner Godu?
Yes.
I vote yes. All right, we're on to consent agenda.
I move to approve the February 15th, 2024 public and non-public meeting minutes and the February 22nd, 2024 public and non-public meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any additions, subtractions, or any changes? If not,
I had-
Commissioner
I
Coyle?
said I did not.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So on the motion, Commissioner Godu?
Yes.
Commissioner Coyle?
Yes.
I vote yes. Payroll.
I move to approve the payroll expense in the amount of $1,352,210.09 for the period ending February 24th, 2024.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion there? If not, on the motion, Commissioner Godu?
Yes.
Commissioner Coyle?
Yes.
I vote yes. We're on to reports. Does any of the commissioners have anything they want to share?
Not really.
Commissioner Coyle?
Just briefly, I was very pleased. It appears we've come out of the COVID spell over at long-term care in terms of the bit of outbreak, and a credit to everybody in long-term care and otherwise for the efforts to contain the outbreak and get us back on good footing. So thank you.
Awesome. And I'm just going to mention, last week, we had a NHAC legislative meeting. It was really our first one, and I thought it went extremely well. The room was filled with a lot of county officials. We had some legislators dealing with different topics that affect us all. One was AI and how that's going to play out in government, which was really good. And then we had Senator Abbas and Senator Carson and some state reps there dealing with certain issues, and it was, it was questions and answers back and forth. So I thought it went extremely well, and I think Kathy can chime in on that too when she has a chance. But I thought it went really well. So let's move on to the human resources.
I move to approve the purchase of various gift cards as identified on the submitted listing dated February 23rd, 24, utilizing category 2.35 of the ARPA project funds as recommended by the Senior Director of Human Resources.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion?
Thank you.
Yes, Commissioner Coyle.
Yes. Allison, how much do we have in that line? And how much have we used? Some of those details.
Allison's not here, but Julie's here.
Oh, sorry, Julie.
No, that's okay. I am not sure. That's the ARPA project, so I don't know if we know how much is in there. Is that something you guys are?
We'll have to get you that answer, Commissioner Coyle, because both Allison and Chuck are away.
Okay.
We'll get that to you. Anything else? So on the motion, Commissioner Coyle,
Yes.
Commissioner Godu,
Yes.
I vote yes. General leave, long-term care,
I move to approve a general leave request for environmental services employee LS with county portion of all benefits to continue for the period of February 29th, 2024 through March 31st, 2024, as recommended by the Senior Director of Human Resources and Senior Director of Long-Term Care Services.
Second.
motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? If not, on the motion, Commissioner Coyle,
Yes.
Commissioner Godu,
Yes.
I vote yes. Source medical staffing agreement,
I move to approve the Source Medical Staffing Agreement and authorize the chair to sign all necessary documents as recommended by the Senior Director of Long-Term Care Services.
Second.
motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, Commissioner Coyle first. And then Commissioner-
Why don't, Commissioner Godu, you could probably go first.
Well, there are several items that we're not complying with what the recommendation from Primex, and specifically numbers 15 and 17. We were told to leave them out, and somehow we decided to leave them in, and I'm not sure that I fully understand what the reason for that is. Also, number 31 regarding arbitration. Oh, no, that was resolved because they added in Primex will be involved. But I thought, I don't understand why we're leaving 15 and 17 in there. Maybe somebody could explain that to me.
Jason can take a stab at that.
I will read what the attorney, Jason, responded with, to those sections, in the email dated on February 22nd. Yes, I think that changing the sections 4, 15, and 17 adequately capture the issues raised by Primex. So those changes were adapted per, the contract that was recommended. So I'm not sure if you, on those sections, I believe they have been modified to capture the appropriate sections per legal review after Primex.
14 was changed, added in the limit of liability not to exceed $1 million. 15 and 17 remain unchanged. And it's specifically called out that we do not agree to limitations of potential remedies.
Yeah, Commissioner Coyle, we'll let Commissioner Coyle chime.
Just briefly, my question is, it was that we needed to seek local counsel. So my question is, Jason, did this go from Primex to attorney review?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so I feel comfortable moving forward. That was my question. Did we do that secondary review? So from Primex to local counsel.
Right.
If they were okay with the language, and there were no further recommendations by I don't know, where did you send it? Wherever.
I sent it to Jason Gregoire at Shaheen.
Okay, and so we've adopted, Jason's recommendations were adopted into the final agreement.
Further questions?
I didn't see Jason Gregoire's comments, and it doesn't look like anything changed on those items. I just want clarification.
Absolutely.
Specifically, 15, 17, and 31 were items that they recommended that we get rid of. I just want to make sure that Jason has, Gregoire has told us that we should leave that as it is.
It was reviewed, and he said per his email that the changes in section 4, 15, and 17 adequately capture the issues raised by Primex. So what I can do is I will go word for word to confirm that these changes were made. It's no rush for this contract to be approved.
Okay, so does anyone want to make a motion?
Sure.
And I'll
I
make
move
sure
to-
that you have the correct, if you haven't received a copy of the email from Jason Gregoire with the confirmed changes of his recommendations, I will make sure that you all receive that in the packet through Layla next week.
I think that was
Uh,
shared with us through via email.
I'm scrolling through it right now. I don't see it. And I'm not sure what's going on with number 31 also. So my questions are with 15, 17, and 31.
31, as the email from Jason Gregoire states, they inserted Primex recommendation, comprised the language.
Yes, sorry, I got that. My mistake. I did see that. So it's just 15 and 17 is my concern.
All right, Commissioner Coyle, do you have a motion?
I move to table the approval of the source medical staffing agreement.
Motion to table
Second,
and seconded, on the motion, Commissioner Godu,
yes.
Commissioner Coyle,
Yes.
I vote yes. Yeah. So let's move on to, oh, we're already at department head updates, okay. All right, I'm gonna go to Kathy Stacy first.
Morning. We had a big cash sale yesterday in Rye, $3.6 million cash sale for a house in Rye. I don't know where these people get their, yeah, I don't know where these people get their money, but yowza. Anyway, we sent out the books this week to file. They actually came and picked them up, so that's in process right now. And I will just comment on the legislative event that we had on Monday. It was very well attended. Nothing, we got a lot of feedback from people, what they liked, what they didn't. It was everything was very positive. I think it was a real success, so that people who attended had an understanding of the relationships we must foster with our delegation members as well as statewide legislators, because obviously the more you know them, the easier it will be if you have to ask for their help, right? So other than that, that's pretty much all I have to report. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Jason Smith.
Good morning, commissioners. Just as Commissioner Coyle mentioned, we are very excited to be finally getting out of COVID after several weeks. We are still following CDC guidelines and precautionary measures, so we're still using PPE in certain neighborhoods, units, to make sure that we reduce any further spread. So hopefully by next week, we will be completely out of our outbreak status. Part of our community outreach program, we have partnered with the Portsmouth Senior Center. We've been asked to sponsor a tea and learn about Rockingham County services and programs. So we're excited to do that on February 29th, which is today. And then in addition to that, the hospice suites are coming along very nicely. So they should be done by next week. All the furniture is here and they're looking extremely nice. In addition, our provider enrollment redetermination every 5 years was completed, and thus we have a surprise review from a surveyor. They just look at a room, they take a picture of an empty room, they just ask a bunch of questions, and it's about 15 minutes, and so we passed. Other than that, everything else is going well. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. I'm gonna go to Pat Conway. Morning, Pat.
Morning. We are really busy here. We are gearing up for a pretty big trial that starts March 11th, and it's myself and 2 other prosecutors involved. It's a child sexual abuse image case. The guy had allegedly over 1,000 images, and he also sexually assaulted. We also have other cases against him where he sexually assaulted 4 victims. So that trial is starting on March 11th, so we're gearing up for that. I just emailed out a couple of honors for 2 of my assistant county attorneys. One of my assistant county attorneys, Andrew Sorasian, received a letter of commendation from the Hampstead Police Department relative to his work in a home invasion case. You probably saw it in the news at some point. It was State versus Jose Robles and Camille Knox. So the chief sent him a letter of commendation, thanking him for all his work. Essentially, he was able to get a 25 to 50 year sentence for the defendant. So I emailed that to you all, and if you could take a look at that, it would be great. I think it's just an example of the great work that we do here and the great relationships that we have with the police departments across the county. Additionally, another one of my attorneys, Taylor Buechler, who has only been with us for a few short months. She came in this past summer from Pennsylvania. She was a prosecutor there. She is going to receive the Champion for Children Award from the Child Advocacy Center in April. Like I said, she's only been here a few short months, but she's really established herself. She's great at the child sexual abuse image cases and also child sexual abuse cases. So just a couple of examples of the great employees that we have here in the office and the wonderful work that the staff does here. So I'm really proud of my office. And I appreciate all the support that we get from you all, the commissioners, so that we can do this work. Other than that, I did have an attorney submit a letter of resignation. So her last day will be March 21st. And once she leaves, we will be down 3 attorneys. So we are interviewing people. Unfortunately, we're not getting a ton of applications, but we are working on that. So thank you.
All right, thanks, Pat. And congratulations to the 2 employees in your department for those awards. Those are great honors. Please thank them for us. I'm gonna go to June Gates. Morning, June.
Good morning. All's well in engineering and maintenance. We're very busy working on the budget. The long-awaited report on well number 4 was submitted to DES last week. It's 2,100 and some odd pages. They have 30 days to review it, and they had agreed when we talked to them last year to consider at the same time our request for a waiver for the solar panels within the sanitary protective area of the well. So all of that is moving forward. Working on budget, and business as usual, as the sheriff says. Thanks very much.
Very good. Thanks, June. Major Banfield.
Good morning.
Morning.
Count is 129 this morning, which is nice. And not much going on besides we have 6 new people, which we're able to start on Monday. And
Wow.
What's really awesome about it too is we're not just having young applicants anymore. I'm actually getting people, that have experience. So it's really, really nice. And again, the money's helping, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Sheriff's Department. Sheriff
morning.
says. Good morning.
Nothing new to report this week. Have a great week.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff.
Welcome.
Okay. Katie Casey.
Good morning.
Morning.
All is well in finance. We made it through another payroll cycle. So with the help of HR, we got it done.
Nice.
Learning all the new quirks about the new system. So kudos to payroll. They did it again. Other than that, that's about it.
Okay. Thank you. Julie.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Yes, we're all very busy as well, and Allison's out, so I'm making a point of walking through everyone's office to make sure they're working, and everyone is working, so I can report
That's
that.
good.
Our anti-harassment training makeup session from the last snowstorm that we conveniently had is wrapping up today, so we will have a count of how many people did not make it to any of the sessions we offered. There's really not many. A lot of people the departments have really helped getting their people here, so we appreciate that.
Good.
And I don't think I have anything else to
That's
report.
it? Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to Layla. See if she's got anything she wants to share.
Nothing new.
Nothing.
Thank you.
All right. So we're on to new business, old business. Does anyone have any new business to discuss? Nothing? Okay.
How are we handling the AP warrant?
You want to discuss that? So you want to do it now in a new business? Okay. which.
Okay, so we have an AP warrant that was rejected by finance because receipts didn't meet all of the requirements from the convention that Brian and I went on. And so first of all, I'd like to commend Finance Department for their diligence in identifying all of these little details, including my $27 hamburger that wasn't detailed from the airport. So I assume that that doesn't qualify because I didn't have the right receipt. I don't want to be treated any differently than any other employee, so I don't know how you normally, I mean, this is the first convention I bring in receipts for. I don't know what you normally do when you send in a request like this. That, I mean, are we the first ones that didn't comply?
No.
I mean, I tried to comply, but you
It's a
collect
learning curve.
receipts and
Yeah,
so I don't know how you handle it.
I'll talk to Chuck about it, see what he thinks. But typically, the receipt should be itemized. There should be a cap of $87 a day during non-travel days. I think it's 43 on travel days.
So that's what?
The daily cap of food.
Oh,
Yep.
I went over it by a few pennies, I think. One,
how dear.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm just ordering what I wanted to order.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are
Oh,
things
no,
that were caught during,
84.30. Maybe there was another one that same day.
what day?
I wasn't over 87. Well, I'm not sure how to handle it. I wish you would make the same scrutiny over the Harvey warrant. It's got thousands. I finally got a chance to look at that. And there's thousands of dollars that don't have receipts on the last payout, just like as usual. I'm still disappointed about that, but I'm impressed that we have the ability to monitor the warrants and we're looking at them closely.
Yeah, AP goes through them with a fine tooth
Um,
comb.
Yeah, I can kind of echo the same thing. It's kind of odd because you write, you write it and then you get the check and I guess at the time, you're not looking for a detailed list. It just goes in my wallet, and some of the places aren't giving you a detailed accounting. So it's like, for instance, if I took an Uber ride, they've got a little square and it's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not collecting any paper.
Right, no,
So yeah, I understand. We want detail. I get that. And I'm not making any excuses. It's just sometimes you're not getting that and you're putting, like Commissioner Godu said, you're putting it in your wallet and there it goes. So I mean, I'm okay if you have to dock my pay, whatever I didn't get in a detailed receipt, that's fine with me. They'll teach me a lesson, but I don't think it adds up to a lot for me, but I don't know, Commissioner Coyle, do you have anything you want to add or?
Not at this point.
Okay,
I think there were some things that finance was looking for clarification on, such
okay.
as the daily cap.
Oh, okay.
Is it an actual daily cap or is it a cumulative cap?
Well, if it says daily, that's daily. And we may want to revisit it. I don't know when the policy was done, because
It was recent.
the policy, did we increase any of that stuff at all?
We did.
Yeah.
Policy
Okay,
has been in
all
the
right.
policy for a long time.
Well, the cap
The cap is
was
adjusted.
revised, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and that's revisited every July 1st.
July.
I believe the cap is a daily rate, so. Not
Yeah, if it says daily, it's
Cumulative.
daily. Yeah. So. I mean, again, we gotta figure out what we wanna do here.
Mhm.
Did you notice if I went over? I don't think I did. I
You
lost
did
like
not.
7 pounds.
You did not go over.
Okay, I just wanna make sure. So the things that I needed were
Just detailed food items
detailed food, okay,
on 2 of them.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm gonna get that. So if everyone, you know, like I said, if I have to pay, I'll pay it.
I'll talk to Chuck.
It's our decision. Whatever doesn't come in to code, you know, that doesn't come in with the regulations, just take them off.
Okay.
And, we will, I'd ask Layla to, resubmit the
Okay.
warrant with just the items that, are appropriate, right? I mean, I don't wanna go and take expenses that we're not supposed to. It's a
Yeah.
bad example for anyone else that's doing the same thing. So
Okay.
Layla, if you would adjust this so that it complies, and then give us the appropriate reimbursement. Thank you.
Sounds like a plan. Anything else on this issue? If not, let's, any other new business? No. Okay, so on to public comment. I didn't see anybody from the public, but, I'm just gonna ask if there's any public comment. No, there's no one from the public. Okay. And we don't have a non-public, so very short meeting today. Hope everyone has a great day. I'll take a
Right.
motion to
Happy leap year day, everyone, and I move to adjourn.
I'll second
Motion
that.
made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 We are adjourned. Have a great day.
I'm just